Hey, everybody, listen, welcome into the building. You know, wait, hold on 1 second. Winter and spring coming to your screens. Come on, all right? Thank you for that. So cute. So listen, guys, we are interrupting our regularly scheduled program because tonight, honey, Winter will be in the building, okay? So currently waiting on Winter to come, but she has a lot of great things to share with us. She has her new song out, Gutter Barbies. Okay, so while y'all coming in the building, don't forget you need to get your ticket. And what's your ticket? Your ticket is you gotta hit that like button, okay? So hit the like button, and that will be your ticket into the building. So if you a snowflake, okay, that's what winter followers are called. Throw some flakes in the chat there so you can share and show us some love before she arrives. Okay, so we're waiting on her to come through the building. Oh, Shan, thank you. That's right, Shan. We can't forget, y'all. We about to board this train, okay? We over here love, and marriage DC, okay? All right, Sebastian. Thank you for the snowflakes. I appreciate you. Okay, Shan, I'm a snowflake and I'm not lying. Shan, so you trying to say some people ain't telling the truth? That's what you saying? All right. Hey, Tony said, hey, Shan. So yes, Winter will be coming through. Yes, I'm a snowflake. I tuned into her channel and she is all of that. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, and you know what, Miss Hogan, please put in the chat. I did put it in the description of this video. If you could put in the chat for me, put in the chat her YouTube channels. She has two, okay? Her YouTube channels. One is Simply Winter, but all of this is in the description. If you could put where we can follow her at in the chat. And if you can't grab it, then I will grab all of that information later. Okay, we got a lot of snowflakes in the building. I'm super excited about that. All the snowflakes that are in the building. Okay, show your love when winter comes on. That's right. Show your love when winter comes on. So I really appreciate all of you for being here. Okay, so we're gonna talk to Winter when she's arrived. Okay. So put the snowflakes in there. Let's all, prepare for her arrival. All righty. Uh-oh, guys, are y'all ready? Y'all, if y'all ready, y'all better put them snowflakes in the chat. All right. Because we are about to bring our special guest into the building. All right, are you ready? Let me see. Shan said, no, I'm saying I'm not pretending to be, okay, a snowflake because she's here. Okay, beautiful. All right. Hey, Ari. Thank you guys for coming. Okay, I'm about to bring up our special guest, y'all. Y'all ready? Throw the snowflakes in the chat there. We're about to bring Winter into the building. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, Diva, but I'm good.
You're working hard. I know. Listen, with your busy schedule, I'm so glad that you found time to come here, stop by, and say hi to us. Looking amazing, and we're super proud of you for having a second season on Love and Marriage DC. Okay, congratulations on that. Because listen, the first season was a rough, rocky road, but hey. You made it through. You made it through, and you're here. Thank you, Ms. Dugan. Okay, we got all the ways we can connect with Winter in the chat, and it is also in the description of this video. Okay, so I know your time is precious. So let's get right into this, okay? So let's talk about, because we know that last season, you went through a lot. Okay.
Yes.
And so when they asked you to come back for a second season, like, what was your thought process and what made you say yes?
That's a great question. I really did not think I would come back, to be honest. It was really difficult, y'all. And I don't think people give enough credit to the fact that I know people think a lot of reality TV is staged, but one thing I can promise my family, I don't like to call them fans, I call them family. One thing I can promise my family is that I will never give you guys a contrived or made up storyline. I present my real life. And so I came on being very transparent, honestly thinking that it would be an opportunity to share my testimony of how I really got duped as a believer, thinking that I was marrying this man of God, and it was the complete opposite situation. And the reality is that in the church, we're taught not to date for a long time. So my process was actually very common. It wasn't uncommon, maybe to the world, but not in the world that I was raised in the world that I was in. And it was just an unfortunate situation. So I showed up my authentic self. Now, the other caveat is I have a personality that I think a lot of people on my cast just wasn't aware of. And so that kind of caught them off guard. I'm never a starter, but I will finish it. Oh. And so if you're going to come at me, then be prepared for me to shoot back. You know, like it's how I'm wired. And I've always been this way. If you talk to my mom, my dad, my sister, they would be like, oh, she's being herself. That is the Winter we know well. So it was just like, I spent the first season with my back against the wall, really fighting. And so I really did not think I would come back. The reunion was brutal because it was everybody against me. We all know that unfortunately Mo chose a side by that point. And so it was just like, why would I come back into this environment? However, towards the end of the summer, as a believing woman and a praying woman, I really felt like God was like, trust me, and you deserve an opportunity to show people who you really are. Beyond the BS, beyond the difficulty, like give them Winter and I'll do the rest. And I feel like this has been such a, what's the word? This has been such a redemptive season for me. I really feel like I've been, you know, how the Bible says, vengeance is mine. Yes. Literally, I really feel like God was like, hold that thought, baby. We coming through. And it's been so funny to me to witness how so many of the fans were split with Love and Marriage DC for me and against me last season. I was, even Carlos said this, almost 100% of the fans who support Love and Marriage DC are now Team Winter. It's crazy to me. So I've gotten a lot of apologies in the DMs. I've gotten a lot of people saying, Winter, I didn't like you last season, but I rock with you this season. And I really just, I guess, want to take an opportunity to be like, all glory to God, because I really did not think I would return. And that was just really where I was. So I'm definitely, I've been enjoying this season. It's been a great season for me. Someone accused me of taking the safe route this season. I said, no, I took the Winter route this season. There was nothing safe about me coming back. I had every odds stacked against me. I've only heard a few actually give me credit for the fact that I don't think people understand how difficult it is to come back into an environment where everyone doesn't like you, right? And by the end of it, everybody's like, we rock with Winter. She's good. Quick just refollowed me on Twitter a couple days ago. I was like, you know what? I should have screenshotted it, because I don't think people understand. Like, I have really done this my way on my own terms and given my castmates an opportunity to really see me for me. And I think that is what has drawn, the audience to really, see Winter and be like, you know what? She ain't as bad as we thought. Now, don't get it twisted, baby, because let me tell you what, if anybody ever comes for me, yes, don't come for me unless I send for you. If you send for me, you better believe you getting the Winter that was telling everybody to sign their papers, okay? But, I haven't been in too many situations where I've had to pull that out. We have seen that drama largely be directed in a different direction this season. And I'm grateful for it. So that's really how I came back, Diva.
That's a beautiful story. And you know what? I think sometimes with reality TV, we pull the trigger too fast, right? The minute somebody doesn't like someone, they like, oh, we don't want to see them next season. But how do we get to see the full story, the bigger picture, maybe the 365, right? So I'm so glad that you had an opportunity to come back. so we can see the other side of you, right? And see you make a whole turnaround with these ladies, right? And forgiveness on the show. So I'm really glad to see that. And you're looking amazing. Amazing, by the way. And we're gonna get to it, but you gotta tell us some tips, okay? Because you did the darn thing. You look good either way, but
I appreciate
I
it.
see the trim down, and it's absolutely amazing. And you're glowing, so I love it. Okay. So you said now, you went from everybody against Winter, that was the castmates on the show, to now everybody is kind of like Team Winter, right? So tell us a little bit about that, because like you said, it's hard to come in a group where everybody doesn't like you.
Yeah. I will take this from a friend of the show standpoint, because I think what we've seen even on Love and Marriage Huntsville with the destiny of it all, correct?
Yeah.
Where, it's unfortunate, but when you have such a strong cast and such a strong maybe figure in that cast that isn't necessarily a fan of you, it can be difficult for the audience to really give you a fair shake. What I will say is my method coming into this season was to really be willing to eat a slice of humble pie, and everyone doesn't want to hear that. But when you talk about being serious about moving forward and reconciliation, you honestly have to be intentional about being willing to hear the other person out. Did I agree with everything my castmates said and did last season? No, I didn't. And I've been very honest and vocal about that. I felt like in some ways I was attacked, and unfairly attacked, because I was truly going through something difficult that unfortunately the audience and the cast didn't fully understand. All that to say, I couldn't come in to this situation feeling like they owed me something. You know what I mean? Like, would it have been nice to have gotten an apology? And we got there, but that couldn't have been my motive. And I've been in women's empowerment for a long time. Ultimately, the core of who I am is that I'm a girl's girl, and I want to see my women win. I want to see women around me win, and that includes my castmates. And so I believe that our greatest strength is not shown when we are necessarily nice and kind to people who like us. Our character and our integrity and our strengths are shown when we can be kind to people who dislike us for whatever reason it may be, fair or unfair. And I think you guys really got an opportunity to see my heart and my character. That is what ultimately I think allowed for the cast to be like, okay, y'all, the child ain't really that bad, and low key, Diva, I'm a comedian for real. I think at some point before the season popped off, I think Ashley just kind of had a moment where she was just like, God dang it, she's starting to win me over because I'm funny, I'm not really trying to be facetious or rude a lot of times. I'm very quick-witted, and I can make a joke out of anything. And so I think being willing to come in with the attitude of humility, the attitude of, hey, I don't care what y'all do. Y'all can stay in season 1, but Winter has decided to move forward. I'm in a great space personally, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I did the work. I spent a lot of my summer in therapy because coming out of that divorce, it was a lot of just like woo-saw, thank God it's finally behind me. And so I personally was just different, personally, internally. I was just not there. So I couldn't even match their energy from season 1. I just didn't have it to give anymore. And so I think they kind of saw they just weren't going to get that. And I think they were ready to move forward too. And I think also, speaking from business, having good business sense, it wasn't good for the health of the show. Yep. Because honestly, at some point, people really get irritated with so much drama and contention and disagree. They want to see Black excellence. They want to see, us really living our real authentic lives. And you don't get that when there's a lot of arguing and bickering. And so for the health of the show, I think we all realize at some point we're going to have to figure this out. But what I will say for sure is that, again, there's a lot of misconceptions with reality TV. Ashley and I actually hang out for real. I kick it with Joy. I'm getting to know them separately of each other. Arena, Jamie, and I support their events. They support me. Like, we are actually really cool outside of the show. It's not fake. I think people will be shocked to see how things kind of develop and come around, especially between Ashley and I. But believe it or not, we're all headed to the spa tomorrow. So I think,
I love it.
you know, it's been a lot of growth. We've come a long way. Her and I, we text, you know, not a ton, but frequently, probably more than people realize or would even know. But even when we kind of mapped out doing TikToks together, that's a conversation we had in private text. It was like, we gon' TikTok. And,
wow.
you know, kind of like poke fun of, you know, our history, which, you know, it's what it is.
Right.
Her and I have very strong personalities. And I just think you're always going to get that kind of back and forth. She always tells me, like, Winter, but you don't know how to joke. You always take it too far. And I'm like, well, you know, stop playing with me. Like, it's just who I am. But I think they're just kind of learning me, and everyone's learning everyone's boundaries.
Wow.
And I think when you can learn that and respect that, you just have better continuity as a cast. And so, yeah, it's just been great to really get past the BS. And, you know, I will give you guys a funny teaser. You guys want some tea?
Of course. Let me sit up. I always say, let me sit up. Yes.
The ghost of Kevin lives on in the weirdest of ways.
No way. No way.
Please pay attention. I'm not even going to give you a hint.
No, I love that. Okay.
The ghost of Kevin lives on. And when you guys catch it, you are going to flip out.
Oh,
I am so serious. We all cracked up so hard. Like, it becomes a thing. Because we are just like, we cannot make this up.
Wow. You know what? You said some really good points that I think can help a lot of us, right? And you said you got to show up different. I'm kind of paraphrasing it. You got to show up different if you want different, right? So you said that, you know what, you wasn't going to live in the past no matter who lived in that past. You was coming up, showing up different, showing up new, so that y'all can have a better experience. And I think we all can kind of learn from that, because sometimes we hold on to stuff, but we want to grow and move on with that person, but we keep plucking at the past and we keep waiting for an apology. And maybe we got to move past that. So I love the way that you showed up for this season, and that you let that go. And because, listen, you had a lot to let go. And for you to be able to let that go and see them differently and move with them differently, I love it. I absolutely love it. And that's what we want to see on reality TV. I'm going to be honest with you. I love seeing like our people on the screen. And I don't enjoy all the time the plucking and bickering. I mean, if something really happens, it happens. But you don't want to see it all the time. So I'm glad y'all getting back to a sisterhood, and I'm waiting to see more of it. So I really love that. So we gotta get into this, because this is the part that we all fell in love with too. We love. We love to see Black love, and we love to see it on our TV screens, because we feel like when one of our friends in our head, like Wendy Williams used to say, is winning on the screen, we can win too. And before I ask you this question, I will say this really quickly. I think that a lot of people could relate to your situation with Kevin, because there are a lot of females out there who got misled, we'll put the word kindly, okay, who got misled into who a person said they was or were, you know. So related to this situation totally, right? Okay, so Sharella and her husband Black, you mentioned new boo on their podcast. I just think it was just such a perfect match. Love seeing y'all two together. It just seems like it's just a nice fit. And he seems like he has a spiritual side to him too. I mean, for a man to abstain from sex and, you know, just get his thought and his life together, I feel like that's a big thing. So tell us a little bit about you and Yusha.
Yes. So Yusha, yeah, I think you guys definitely saw what happened. That was organic, y'all. Again, Winter's life is not fabricated. So what y'all saw is what you got. And I think that's been kind of hard for people to wrap their minds around, because again, they think everything in reality TV is staged. But like I said, when it comes to Winter, y'all just have to go with it, because it is what it is. I didn't know him. I didn't know him ahead of time. I didn't know him. I had never heard of him, to be perfectly honest. So, we just honestly met. And like he said, we had communication chemistry. So that is what initially made us think like, hey, like, okay, like might be, like a little spark there. And he's a handsome man. And I think aside from that, I'm 41. So I'm kind of beyond the butterflies of it all. It's kind of like, and coming out of my situation, like I ain't trying to be duped anymore either. So it's kind of like, okay, you're cute and all, but do you have a brain? Are you educated? That's important to me. Like, are you educated? Do you have a concern for spirituality? I don't try to govern people's classification when it comes to God, but I do want a praying man and a man who understands that God should be the center. And so he's a very grounded soul. He's very spiritual, actually. And he's very serious. So that's kind of been the unique thing. I'm very fun. And that's just, I'm a Libra. That's who we are. Right. But we love. We love people. But he's very grounded. He's very calm. He's very serious. And I think in that aspect, Sherelle and Black saw that we would challenge each other, but balance each
other. Uh-oh. Is it me, guys? Can y'all still hear me? Oh, okay.
I want to squeeze my friend's cheeks right now. She knows I am on doing this interview. Can you hear me?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So anyway, they saw that we would balance each other. So what essentially happened was, after that podcast, the next day, we exchanged numbers that night. He, asked for my number. He called me the next day. And that day we had like a 3-hour phone conversation. And this man asked me some pretty tough questions. I was like, whoa, okay. He's intense. And I've been accused of being intense in my past. So to meet a man that was maybe equally, if not more intense, it was a little different. I was like, okay, but it enabled for us to have a really intentional conversation. We continued to talk pretty much every day. And I think we kind of realized right away that we liked each other. Okay, they're saying my sound is bad. Yeah. Diva, I'm going to come out and come back in.
That's fine. No problem. That's good. Okay. Yep. Because we need to hear you. Okay. All right. So Winter will be right back. Thank you for that, CND. So she's going to fix her sound. Y'all can hear me okay? I hope somebody let me know if you can hear me okay. Am I good? Is my sound good? Yes. Okay, we got a yes. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So Winter is going to go out and come back in, so we can definitely hear her well. Listen. Oh yeah, that's with Shan. That's why Winter is going to go out and come back in. So that's good. Don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, she's giving us good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Okay, so we'll wait for her to come back in. But as we're waiting for her to come back in, we'll chat a little bit. I'm really enjoying like the little tidbits, and I hope that y'all all catching it. Hey.
I hope that's better.
It is better. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so go ahead, continue.
Yes. So I think we realized pretty early on that we really did have a connection. We just continue to stay in touch. And then, of course, you guys see like the first date. The date that you guys saw at the perfume was not our second date, but of course it appears that way to the audience. But at this point, we knew we liked each other, and we were just really on the journey to getting to know each other. Fast forward, over Christmas break, he asked me to be exclusive, and really the rest is history. So we've been pretty much dating since we met, and that was back in November. So we've just been dating since, and pretty much exclusive since December. It's been going really well. I mean, you guys will continue to get to see the development of it, so I won't I'll try not to give too many details, but yeah, I think people are really shocked, and I think that they see us out and about because, of course, we're a social media official, but we're not young either, y'all. I think that's another thing. Like we're kind of beyond the playing around phase. Either you like
Right.
someone or you don't. We both believe in dating intentionally. We both have a marriage mindset. So if we're dating, the end goal is marriage. And so, we're having very real conversations. We're not rushing. We're taking our time. But ultimately, if this was to go the distance, our goal is marriage for both of us. So either we make a decision that this is the right thing for us to move forward into marriage, or we say, hey, it's not. But I'm happy to report so far so good, and we're taking the necessary steps to keep it going. So it's just the way it worked out. Who would have thunk it? I had no idea this would be a part of my storyline season 2, y'all. I was ready to be single and ready to mingle for y'all, but God had other plans, but he's solid. I think you guys will definitely get to learn more about him. He films a lot these next 10
Oh,
episodes.
really?
Yes. God bless
Nice.
him, because he literally, was kind of thrown into this just
Yeah.
by meeting me. It wasn't something that he signed up for. He
Yeah.
was just supposed to do the podcast and be done. But with us hitting it off, that became a real conversation for us. And subsequently, him making the decision like, hey, I really want to pursue her for real. So I know this is a part of it. And he asked me, he said, listen here, if you're just doing this for the show, I don't want no parts of it.
Wow.
I don't, he said, because I don't want to get my feelings involved. And that's not, something that you're seriously about. And so he said, if you're just doing it for the show, I'm a pass. But, if you're seriously interested in getting to know me, like I'm interested in getting to know you, then I'm game. And so I think once he realized that I wasn't joking, I really liked him for real. Yeah. Subsequently, this has put him in a whole new world, but he films a lot. He connects with the guys. You guys get to see that. In fact, we have a nickname for him and Quick. We call them Frickin' Frack. That's tea, y'all. Y'all get that is tea
right there.
That is tea. We call them Frack.
You know what's funny, Winter? You said that when you was thinking about making the decision to come back, that you was directed by God.
Yes.
And then look how you met him. It was all a master plan.
Tell me about it.
You followed the thought process. You listen to God, because that's hard. Sometimes you like, are you serious, God? You want me to walk back into the lion's den where all these people hate me? Like, are you for real? That's what you want me to do? But look, if you didn't go back, if you didn't go back, you wouldn't be in this great relationship right now and have that amazing smile on your face. Somebody said it earlier too. You got a great smile. So
thank you.
Happy for you. So that's a great story. Thank you, Sharella and Black.
Okay. Yes.
And their podcast. Thank you. If I have, also, are they friends with Yusha?
So yeah, that's a little bit of history. Black and Yusha have been friends for almost 11 years.
Wow.
Almost 11 years. In fact, it's like a joke they told, because I asked them, I know Sherelle has a ton of girlfriends. Mm-hmm. I know that her girlfriends are not blind. If they've seen Yusha around, I'm sure they have asked to be hooked up. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, oh yeah, all the time. But she said Black would never do it, ever. Wow. She said he would never introduce or hook up my girlfriends with Yusha. She said, because, he and Yusha are very similar. He's a very serious and intentional guy. So he doesn't just date anyone. And so I said, Black, well, what in the world made you connect us? Like, I'm curious. Mm-hmm. He said, well, when I met you, when we, did the album, because Black is my producer for the EP. Right. And he said, when I met you, he said, I said it. He said, I told Sherelle, like, I need to figure out how to connect her and Yusha. They seem very similar. And so she was like, when we talked about it again, it just worked out for it to be on the show when we wanted to, publicize the podcast. You guys both are coaches. Why not? You've both been divorced. The topic made sense. The timing made sense. And so, yeah, that's really how this all came about. But he's been asked to hook him up plenty of times, and they have a rich history. You know, this is not a random fly by night type of person. This is really his friend. They love Yusha. So it was just, I don't know. It's just crazy.
It was divine, a divine plan. Bontrell said God turned it around for her good. Most certainly.
Yes.
Most certainly, because that was a rough season you went to. And Shan said God's plan. When God says go, you gotta move. That part right there. So we love it. So working with Black obviously has been a great thing. So I love the way that you kind of repurpose Gutter Barbies. Okay. So you repurpose this whole first season situation, okay? The whole thing, okay? So you repurpose the definition of Gutter Barbies. You turn something that was kind of negative into a positive. I love it. And I love the way you dedicated the song to Ashley and Arena at the Romancipation party. And, you know, you just changed everything around. I absolutely love it. So talk to us a little bit about that process and what made you, like, you know, redefine Gutter Barbies and then put out the song.
Well, we kind of knew that we wanted to keep going with creating at least an EP because we knew we were onto something with Sign My Papers. And even the network was like, hey, you know, if you guys are interested in following that, we're interested in following it as well. And I said, yeah, I think we're really going to go down this road of trying to see what's next as far as music. So we were just really playing around with different, you know, beats and tracks. And I said, you know, for me, I would love to just piggyback off of some of the familiarity of the show. And I said, one of the terms that I came up with for a season that has seemed to have gained a life of its own is Gutter Barbies. What can we do to make this fun? I said, I'm single now. I'm free. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like the best I've ever felt in my life. Feeling healed and whole. What you got for me? Like, what kind of song could we come up with? And I told him, I said, for me, Gutter Barbies really sounds like, you know, a lady in the street, but a freak in the sheets type of vibe. Like, I'm with it. And he was like, let me see what I can do. So we found the track, and it's crazy because really the episode where you guys see me in the studio listening to the track for Gutter Barbies, it is the night we actually found that track. So we don't have any words for it, which is why I don't sound like I know what the heck I'm doing, because there are no words. There are no words. The Gutter Barbies is not a song. It's just a concept. Right. And so we're winging it on this episode, but you know, Black goes back and does his thing and sends me the email with the lyrics. And I was like, yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. So we went into the booth, much like Sign My Papers, and 6 hours later, Gutter Barbies was born. And it's a vibe. It just is. Now, truth be told, the original track is actually me and my background vocalist rapping.
Really?
Really. I think what I'm going to do when I release the single, I'm going to release the bonus track with the original rap.
You should.
Yusha's rap was a remix to that.
Okay.
But initially it was us rapping on the track. So
oh my gosh, really? That is so cute.
Really fun. I'm not a rapper, y'all. It literally was a spur of the moment. It reminds me of like how they used to rap back in the 90s. So I definitely was just having a good time on it. It's a fun party song. It's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be taken seriously, but it sounds good. So that's how that all came about. So it just was really to celebrate my singleness and my freedom. And it made sense. You will learn that the Romancipation EP is following my journey. So we start off with heartbreak, and not that my heart was broken, but whatever, we'll go with it. Heartbreak, you know, divorce, you're going through that, you're coming out of that situation. And now here we have Gutter Barbies. We're single and ready to mingle. We're free. And then you guys will get introduced to a third song.
Oh, really? Nice.
Get introduced to a third song when we bring the next 10 episodes back. And so you guys get to hear the third song of my EP, which embraces this new chapter of my life.
Love it. Full circle moment. I absolutely love it. Okay, wonderful. So you had the Romancipation party. Um, we got to see, you know, do your live performance there. Kind of, you know, your new boo came out and did his little rap on there. You looked absolutely amazing at
Thank
this
you.
party, and I love the fact that y'all like this. Like he's so tall and you're like down here.
I often wonder if that's weird for people to see. He literally is a whole foot and 2 inches taller than me.
I see. Like, but you know what? Y'all just are so cute together. It's so amazing. Y'all look really good together. And you can tell it just seems like he has this laid back, calm personality. Because when Arena was drilling him, he was just there, like, you know, whatever. Arena and Ashley, I think, was drilling him more. But I really loved it. So you had the party and you came up with this party idea. What made you want to have this party?
So, you know, we're talking about freedom. Some friends and I were just talking, and I'm going to credit Shay. Shay, if you're listening, she actually represents DJ Richie Sky.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, so we were all just chatting and talking and trying to figure out, like, we knew we were going to do this coming out party. What do we want to call it? And I said, well, we need something that is like, you know, the emancipation. I got to celebrate my freedom. And she was like, why not go with Romancipation? I said, boom, that's it. And that has been the anchor of the album. It's been the anchor of the shows. Like, it really is a romancipation. But, you know, it's not just celebrating love after heartbreak. It's celebrating love in general, self-love, freedom, you know, love amongst sisters, love amongst friends, love amongst family. Love is the core of everything that I feel like we need to make this world better, right? So really the romancipation is about being free to love, free to exist. I'm coming out of a religious background. It's also giving myself permission to be Winter and not being boxed into this religious box that I have felt so imprisoned by for so many years, if not a majority of my life. So it was also a declaration that Winter is going to be Winter. Love me, hate me, what have you. I'm just going to be me. And I'm okay with that at the end of the day. And so I think being able to openly embrace that I'm a grown woman, embracing my sexuality, like, even though I'm not having sex because I'm abstinent, I still am a sexual being, and I can be sexy. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Right. I can be feminine. I am a feminine woman, y'all. I ain't got no masculinity to give. I literally love being a woman. I am as prissy as they come. I'm sure Yusha is getting an education because, you know, DC women don't always tend to be very feminine in a lot of ways. But me being from the South and very Southern, I'm almost overly feminine. And so, you know, I'm a girly girl. I'm a girl's girl. So it just really was an embodiment of all things freedom, femininity, and flawlessness. You know, like, girl, you flawless. Be you, do you, embrace you, and serve that to the world. And I think for me, it was just like, yes, Winter is here, and Winter is not going anywhere. So all those people that were asking, why is Winter here? Get over it. Winter ain't going nowhere.
Tell the people, okay? A girly girl. I love it. Yes, they said yes with the speak. So that is amazing. So are you continuing anything with that, like the romancipation situation? Like,
absolutely. So bi-monthly, until we release the album, I'm having a romancipation every other month in DC. Wow. And so if you live in the DMV, if you live in North Carolina, if you live in Philly, if you live in Jersey, you can hop on down and come see me perform live at the romancipation. This next romancipation is April 29th. Tickets are already on sale. We got rid of all of our tickets last time, so I expect this to be no different. We are going to be joined by some Ready to Love castmates. This romancipation is called Ready for Love. Nice. So we're going to have a love panel. We're going to have a spoken word artist, and then I'll perform live at the end of that. But it's just really a dope event. If you want something new, fun, and different to do with your friends, men and women are both welcome. All of us had a great time. It was a great vibe. The vibe was so nice. And I think for me, that's important to me. Like, the spirit of an event has to be right. and the Romancipation definitely has a vibe. So we are continuing these until we have a big Romancipation release party. And it's just exciting. So if you're in the DMV, I would love to see you on the 29th at the Romancipation Ready for Love event. But yeah, we're continuing these on. The Romancipation is our third one. So since that first one you guys saw on TV, we've had another one, and this will be the third installment of it.
I love it. So where is it exactly is it being held at? Where can people go to look to get tickets?
So you can actually go to my site. If you go to simplywinter.com, I think Qing has the link. We could put it in the bio, or she could drop it in the chat. There's a link to purchase, but it's TicketBud is the hosting platform. But just look up Romancipation Ready for Love. It'll come right up. You follow me on social media. I have plenty of links about it. Plenty of links. You can find it easily. It's going to be hosted at the Republic Garden in Silver Springs. So we have a partnership deal with them. Until we outgrow the space, we'll be there, which I think is going to happen very soon. So I don't know. This may be our last one there, but for now, it's at the Republic Garden in Silver Spring. Easy parking, great restaurants around. You really can make an evening out of it, but they have great food at the event as well, so you could eat there. So it really is kind of like a dine and dance type of deal. Like, you really come to have a good time. It's a grown and sexy vibe. And I've enjoyed planning them. I think, we kind of learn what works and what doesn't work as we progress, but definitely we have great vibes and great energy in the room. So if you're in the area, come on up, make a weekend out of it.
I love it. I love it. I may have to come out there and see you. I got to see. I put in my GPS, see how far away it is from me. Well, guess what, everybody? Winter, you ready? I still got more questions for you, but you ready?
I'm ready.
Because we got a special guest backstage here. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are y'all ready in the chat there? Y'all ready for our special guest to join us? Well, we're bringing them in the building. Hey, Yusha, how are you?
Super blessed. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well. Listen, let me tell you, we love y'all two together. Okay, y'all two are giving us Black love on the screen. Okay, we're here for it, but you're giving us a grown-up version also, and I think that is what everybody is really appreciating about seeing y'all two together. Right, it's not drama, it's not craziness. I think it's representing what love is about. And I promise you, I love the way that y'all are approaching your relationship. I think you are doing a big thing for the world, for everyone to see. I love it. But you talk to us, Yusha. How are you?
Well, first of all, them glass frames are fly. Super fly. I see you. That's dope. I ain't seen my baby since yesterday morning. So, hey, baby, you're looking flush. Your skin looking real good right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm good. I in real time, I got me a instant pot on the stove right now, making me some stew for the week. And that all
real time.
that warms my spirit because my father cooked like that. So whenever I get a chance to cook, it really be time. It'd be like, nostalgic time with my father. It just puts me in a real calm and easy place. So I'm good. My spirit is well right now. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. So listen, Yusha, when you met Winter, what were your first thoughts?
I seen her when she walked into the building. I didn't know what we were there for. I didn't know we were there for what we ended up being there for. I thought we were there for a podcast, but I seen her when she walked in, and I thought she was extremely pretty. I was like, oh. But early conversations in the podcast just helped me to identify that she was looking for something a little deeper, a little bit more intentional. It was our first conversation, our first phone conversation that really allowed me to get excited about, being more, doing more, taking it further.
Love it. So, being on reality TV can be a lot for anyone. And you kind of was like thrust in the situation. You was just coming to a podcast, seeing what was going on. And now here you are today. How are you feeling about this whole situation and everyone kind of getting to know you on reality TV along with Winter?
Now I'm at peace with it. Now I'm at peace with it. It is what it is. I've learned to like really be in a trusting space with the Most High with the whole scenario. Me and Winter at a really solid, grounded space, continuing to get to know each other, to find deeper ways to connect and love and show up for each other, and that's beautiful. My real prize in the whole situation, I tell people all the time who are close to me, my real prize in the situation is her.
Oh,
Um, I don't know if I can disclose everything about production, but I'm gonna be honest. I love the production team of the show and everything that they do, but they care nothing about me. All they really care about is the love story with Winter, and it's real, it's authentic, and so that puts me at ease. But to give you the human answer, at first it caused me some anxiety because I'm a private dater, I'm a private person. Um, and if I'm going to be public, I want to be public about a thing that I'm sure about, right? And me and Winter, when we first started being aired and filmed, we were just really just dating.
right.
I mean, we didn't really know each other, and so her expertise helped ease my spirit in that. She just kind of told me, she was just like, listen, we both like each other. It's obvious. We can take time off camera. And that was what I needed. I'm like, listen, all this can't just be on camera. And she's like, nah, definitely for sure. Let's be real with it. But she was like, allowing the world to get to see how our relationship develops is okay. And once I could step into that space, it was cool. Because my first thought was like, oh, I'm about to be on TV with a woman. You got to be my wife to be on TV. Like, and that, we don't know what God got in his hands. You know what I'm saying? But
part, that
at
part
that
right
at
there.
that moment, it didn't have to be as deep as my mind was making it. It just needed to be authentic.
I love it. So you mentioned you cooking over there, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this in Winter because I heard you got a cookbook. So I like the fact that both of y'all like to cook. Okay, this is all good stuff here. Nobody's gonna go hungry in this relationship. So listen, talk to us a little bit about the cookbook, Winter, and y'all two like maybe cooking together.
It's funny. Over the Christmas break, we spent the holidays together. My kids went to Miami to be with their dad. So I had 2 weeks of freedom, which honestly came at a good time for us because we were wrapping filming for the holidays. And it enabled us to be able to invest in us. That's probably the best way I could say it, because up until this point, a lot of our time together is a camera in our face. So, it's like, let's connect, let's spend time. Everyone likes to ask me, have you been to his house yet? Well, that's when I actually was able to go to his house. So what we decided to do was 1 week at my house, 1 week at his house. And
Nice.
so it just was time for us to just really see each other, be in each other's spaces, feel each other's energy, see what, how we kind of move, in and around each other. I had a Christmas party at my house, and he was like, let's do a cook-off. And I was like, I'm down. So we did a collard greens cook-off.
Okay. And who won? Ah, Winter, my girl.
We didn't even taste my greens. I wouldn't even let nobody taste them. They was I used the wrong broth for my greens, and they was too salty. And I ain't even want to take I ain't even want to take the lid off the pot.
Yusha.
I ain't even want to take the lid off the pot. I'm gonna be honest. I'll just let her have it that day. She got it.
So I learned how to cook from my grandmother,
Okay.
and the women in my family are great cooks. Like, my sons love going to Arkansas. If they don't go for no other reason, they love to go for the holidays because they know they gonna eat well. And I don't know if you guys remember Soul Food, how they had all the food laid out on the banquet table. That's how my family does holidays. Like, it's food everywhere. And so we just are cooking family. All that to say, this will be my 9th book. I love writing. Writing is definitely a way that I release and I share. The deepest contents of my heart is going to come out in writing. Yusha has learned that real time. even in our relationship, when I really want to communicate something to him, because he knows that for me, I'm big in being a safe place for my man, but also maintaining a level of respect towards him. And so it probably weirded him out at first, but I'm not a combative person, not in relationship. I know that may weird people out who watch me on the show because I'm very combative on the show in certain circumstances. And he probably was nervous about that as well, but not in relationship. I tend to take more of a submissive role. And so for me, it's very important that I never disrespect him, even if I'm upset or maybe even frustrated or angry. And so I will actually take some time, step back, and I'll write him to express what I'm trying to get across, and then we can have a conversation later. But I do that to control just my respect for him. I don't ever want him to feel disrespected. So I'm very big on writing. That's my thing. But definitely, I wanted to do the cookbook because people have asked me so long about my recipes. I make a great honey bun cake. The honey bun cake is in this cookbook. I make great collard greens. The collard green recipe is in this cookbook. But I also just have other different recipes that have been shared throughout my family and that I've learned just from different loved ones. And so it's just an infusion of my wisdom and my cooking. And so that's why it's called an affirmation cookbook, because you'll get the recipes, but you'll also get just different nuggets of wisdom and some femininity tips, because God knows I love being a woman. And so you'll have femininity tips in there as well. So I'm excited. The cookbook will be out later this spring. Definitely probably more towards the end of May, just because I feel like I have so much going on. Diva, I don't think I shared with you guys, but I got a part in a movie. And so I'm getting ready to roll on set for that. So it's just a lot kind of going on in tandem, and my original plan for releasing the cookbook is going to get thrown off a little bit because of that, but it's for a good reason. But we definitely are taking pre-orders. So if you guys are down to have a signed copy of the affirmation cookbook, go ahead and pre-order your book, and you'll definitely get that come May. So I'm pumped about it. I think it's just an exciting addition to my book family.
All right, so we're going to pre-order this again. Is it on your website, Winter?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so just so everybody in the chat knows, I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. If Royer is still here, Royer, you got to help me. But we're going to give away a signed copy of Winter's cookbook, and somebody's going to get a Gutter Barbie t-shirt. Okay, so we're going to have two winners here, one for the cookbook, one for the t-shirt. So I'm going to figure it out later. Don't ask me right now. I'll figure it out. But y'all too, I want to say this. Everyone's loving y'all. We getting all good vibes in the chat here saying beautiful couple. Yusha, I'm sure you heard this before. People like, do you have a brother, a cousin, an uncle, a father, a grandfather, somebody? They're looking for any single members in your family because they figured that the apple can't fall too far from the tree. Okay, they're like, whatever you got some cousins, brothers, uncles, grandfather, something. They're looking for people. Okay, just had to let you know that. Someone also said in the chat, listen, spinoff. Okay, y'all two are really, this was God. This was God. We're loving this, and let me tell you, we're gonna pray for both of y'all. I want to see y'all win. We are praying for y'all. This is nice. This is why we watch reality TV. We like to see this. Do you know what I mean? We don't mind if you got some real mess going on, but don't nobody want to see that all the time, all day long. Yeah, they saying I love these two. This is what we want to see. So I'm so glad, Winter, for you and Yusha, because we're loving this. Now we got to add into here, right? You got candles too. Talk about the candles.
Yes. And so that has also been delayed, but they're coming. I would highly suggest you guys subscribe to my website and get on the email list. Okay. Because that they get notification when things drop first. But the Petty Parlor Candle Company is forthcoming. Definitely going to drop an image where you can go ahead and order your candle. One of the candles is called Gutter Barbies. Another candle is called Red Light Special. That's one of the candles.
If you watch season 1, you know what she's talking about right now. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. So I'm definitely excited for you guys. And the third scent is called Winter is Coming. So I'm going to release 3 scents it looks like every quarter. I'm going to stick to. So every quarter you're going to get 3 new scents, but it's an exciting time. I love candles. People come in my house. They know my house is going to smell good. I believe in candles. It is my thing. So to be working on my own, I'm excited about. I heard someone, but I saw someone put in the comments, who makes the best mac and cheese? baby, what you think?
For the sake of selling your cookbook, is winter.
I love it. I love it.
Do I hear a challenge?
Oh.
I learned how to make macaroni and cheese from my father.
Do
My father.
I hear a challenge?
Let me finish. My father. My father was requested by the family, the church, and all other organizations to bring the macaroni and cheese at every event. I don't know if you want to compete with my dad.
Baby.
Oh. Ooh.
I
So
got
it
the
looks
recipe.
like
I
this
got the
needs to
recipe.
be a YouTube episode for us on this
Yes.
mac and cheese challenge.
Yes.
I'm with it.
Yes, we love it. Well, you know what? That's a good segue. Because y'all two have a channel together. Talk about that.
Baby, do you want to go in?
Yeah. I mean, I think I see you, Jill. She said, "Good answer, Yusha." Hey, listen. Um, yeah, our earlier conversations was just about how to make sure that, like, if our relationship was going to be on TV and we couldn't do anything about changing that, then the best thing to do was to just tap in with folks early, so folks could see like the real progression of the relationship, so they can see that it was authentically growing. It's not just a TV thing; it's a real thing for us. So we decided to start our show, and we didn't necessarily know what to call it at first. But then after our first one, we did a live right after the first episode that I aired in, and someone asked, what really brought y'all together? Like, what is it about her that, separated her? And I was just talked about how much chemistry we had in conversation. So we ended up calling the conversation with chemistry. And essentially, our channel will be just us walking you through our journey that you won't necessarily see on TV, right? The TV is going to show bits and sound bites and pieces. But we're going to walk you through the journey and just keep you connected. And that's the best way for us to love each other authentically. But to take a TV based relationship, a air TV relationship, and give people insight to it.
I love it. And I love the name of your channel too. And yes, you're going to have a mac and cheese cook off on the channel. Okay. Love it.
Let's get this cookbook sold first.
Okay, yes, yes, we could do it simultaneously. Don't try to get out the challenge now. You said it. You
No,
said
no,
it.
no.
Yeah.
Listen, we do the cookbook out first, and then maybe we drop a deluxe version of the cookbook with my macaroni and cheese recipe in it too.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Cooking together, okay? Family that cooks together stays together. I love it. Great name. Vanessa is loving the name. I love, love, love the name. Okay, so you said in winter, like y'all are on reality TV. You're kind of men on reality TV. I know y'all have your YouTube channel. What would y'all like for us to see? I know you have no control over what happens on this show. We got the editors or whatever. But if it's anything that you would like us to see as you two, as getting to know each other as a couple on the screen, what would it be?
Oh gosh, what a question. Oh boy. I'll let you go first. I gotta think.
We spoke at a conference together, not at the same time. We were both on different panels.
Okay.
We spoke at a conference together this Saturday about being marriage minded. Um, I think one of the comments that came out was, a sister was there and she saw us and she was like, "Oh, y'all really together?" And I think there's this aspect of the relationship where people think like, "Oh, it's reality TV, it's not real." I'm gonna be honest, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. I'm really a person who's trusting God for my promise, for the thing that's connected to me, and part of that is my wife and my children and my legacy. And I'm not going to allow a TV show to get in the way of that. And so, what I really like about this scenario is that Winter's a beautiful person. Like women love her. Like women love her. They speak well of her. She moves in space very gracefully. She loves up on folks. Uh, Words of affirmation are her love language, but she's intentional about loving others through words. And I think what I really want people to get to see is who she really is, who I am, who we are, And the show ain't gonna offer you that. It's gonna give you it's gonna give you the feel good to make you love the show.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want y'all to see is who we really are. I want you to get to know our hearts,
Mm.
because it's deeper than the show. Like, you talking about people who really tap in with God, who really be connected to loving folks and moving in love. And I hope y'all get to know that about us.
I love it. That was a great answer. I
I
love
mean,
it.
I honestly don't need to add to
You
that.
don't. You don't.
I don't.
You
I
don't.
really, I would agree. I was like, yeah, I would agree with everything he said. I think, we know how reality TV is, Diva. Those of
Mm-hmm.
you who watch reality TV, things are edited, things are formed and fashioned in a way to sell the drama or sell the story. And I think with us, we learned very early that this was going to be a thing for them once they realized, oh, wait a minute. Like, we didn't know y'all was for real, for real. I think even the show has kind of become invested. There's a moment in the show, I won't spoil it, but there's a moment in the show, and one of the producers came up to me and she said, I was crying, like literally
Oh.
bawling. And she said, they are looking at me in the production room like, what in the world is wrong with you? But, I think it's very nice to portray that. But it's one thing to know that it's really real. Like, what you see is what you get. We have our ups and downs like any other couple. We're
Mhm.
normal. I commend our bravery, especially Yusha. He's coming into unknown territory, but he's handled it like a king, honestly, and really been intentional about showing who he is, not changing who he is, not filtering who he is. What you see is what you get, but it's also enabled us to show up in the space very authentically us, and we've given each other permission to really just be real. And so we have very real conversations that I feel like any other new couple would have as you're navigating what life looks like together. And so we're both, we've been married before. We both, he has, a child, I have children. Like, this would be a blended space for us. So we're having to consider a lot. And I think that's a huge consideration. Like, we're very active in the community. We are intentional about showing up there, but we also have reputations, right? So we're not
Right.
trying to come into this space and act a fool either. But also understanding, like, we have kids that are watching us. It's
Yes.
important that we move intentionally in this space. And it's interesting because, for me, when people make the comment, like, is this even for real? Is this even, is this for show? Like, who has time to play around when you have kids involved? I think,
Mhm.
that may be the case if that wasn't our reality. But for us, no, we don't have time to play around. So I really believe that it's been nice, but I love that we've been very intentional and have had very intentional conversations about how we want to navigate the space together. So, I love you, baby. Thank you for being
Aw.
you and showing up in this space. And it hasn't been easy. God knows. Like, I can't imagine waking up one morning thinking that you're going to a podcast to share your thoughts on life after divorce and walk away with a whole TV situation. Look at him.
Yo, we talk about this all the time. I was just talking to a friend about it earlier. It requires a different level of trust,
Yeah.
Mm.
because it ain't asked for. Like, was no application for this show. You know what I mean? It was sprung upon me. But it's trust. You just gotta trust the Most High. Stay in a spirit of gratitude. Stay grateful. We get asked all the time. I was telling someone earlier, and it was like, this is TV. Like, you sure this is real? And I say, listen, my brand is with great care. I've been building this brand now for over 10 years. 10-year anniversary coming up in September. I am Mr. with great care at this point. It does not benefit me to play with it does not benefit my brand or my business to play with a black woman's emotions.
Mm.
So for anybody who might believe that anybody can be in this other for anything other than for authentic love and realness, I ain't got it for you. I
Mm.
would not destroy my brand for a moment. But luckily, blessingly, God did his thing. I didn't know. I'm gonna tell y'all, before I met Winter, I quit. I had a whole conversation with God. I was like, I quit. I'm done.
Like
I
you're done.
don't want no more with the dating game. Like, if I'm gonna have somebody in my life, you're gonna have to send them. I ain't looking. I ain't asking no questions. And I'm giving the third degree to whoever show up. Boop.
Oh God. You know what? This was divine intervention for the both of y'all. And I'm telling you, I feel like this is a perfect match. I really do.
I was trying to run the streets.
And God said nope. And God said nope.
I tell all the time, you got snatched right.
That part, okay. God was like, nope, not my Winter. That's not what I haven't planned for you. Yes. You know, a lot of people on Winter, they know you before reality TV for all of your empowerment. There was a couple people in the chat that said that. Yeah. So that's a really beautiful thing. First of all, I want to back up a little bit, and I want to say thank you to you and your assistant, because there's many places that you can go to do interviews, and you came to me in the beginning, and I'm a very small channel in comparison, and you came here, you embraced me, and I truly appreciate it, and I truly do love you, and I'm connecting with you, and I really feel your spirit, and I think, you're just a good person overall. And we know when we watch TV, we know how to pull out the mess from the nonsense and everything that's going on, but we are a little, we do get things a little side-eye, because there are other shows where you find out later something you thought was real was not real. Yeah. And so it's really nice to see that y'all love each other, and I feel it virtually, I really do. But what I like even more is the maturity in the both of you, right? It's just a great level of maturity when it comes to approaching relationships. And I think you're doing a lot of people a good service of learning how to get to know each other, holding back on some other things before not using that as your way to learn each other. And y'all just are grounded in a good foundation. Over here, I like to say, I don't want to tell nobody what to believe in. You believe in what you believe in. But I like that y'all are grounded in a good foundation, and y'all met each other, and y'all sharing and respecting that, foundation, and you're kind of growing from there. You two are absolutely gorgeous together. I love y'all too. I love the way that y'all approaching this. I love the things that y'all doing together. It was almost like it was meant to be. Yusha, you are a great example to a lot of men out there on just, how waiting is a virtue, just how you can approach relationships. And you love to write, Vincent. I'm not pushing anything, but maybe at one moment y'all two can come together and do a little relationship book, because I'm really feeling the way this is going, and I'm really feeling the way that y'all are approaching this. It's just a beautiful thing to see. So love you guys, and we're praying for you over here at the Grade Tribe. We're all praying that this thing works and goes well. And like somebody said, you know what, maybe there's a spinoff in the future. You never know, right? So you're doing great things, Winter. I love, don't forget, everybody, go to the site, because we got the Romancipation party. Maybe if Diva could figure out her way and drive, I may have to drive by and come see y'all and get myself a ticket, right, to come see this thing. I will say this, that I'm glad with your music. Would you like to bless us? It's on you. Would you like to bless us with a little song or something?
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Not on the spot, Diva. So let me say, I'll sing a little bit of Gutter Barbies. But what I will say is thank you so much for always supporting me. You're one of I feel like I get a lot of love in these streets, but I think like you said, we had a very genuine connection. So you actually are the first channel to ever interview Yusha and I post this.
Beautiful. So, you got to hear first, people.
Yeah, no blogger has ever gotten us together yet. This is the first.
Oh, I loved it. Amazing.
So I see what you're doing. I love your channel. I actually, chime in and out just to see. You do great commentary, so I literally just chime in to watch the commentary. So make sure you guys continue to support Diva's channel. And you'll always have me as a person that'll stop by. It's some bloggers, Q ain't gonna tell you, I got a block. They don't get no interviews. And a lot of it has to do with representation. If you represent mess, I don't want to attach myself to it. And I'm completely okay with people having their own opinions, but it's the messiness of it all that I tend to desire to separate myself from. So we do have a reject list, but you are not on that. You are actually
praise
on
the
a
Lord.
preferred list. And yeah, thank you for being so patient and working with my schedule. So let's talk about Gutter Barbies.
Yes.
Goodness. So and Sherelle is literally texting me as we speak.
Tell Sherelle we love her.
I'll let her know.
They said Sherelle and Black need to have a dating show. If they made this connection happen, there's a few good people out there that's still looking. Okay, they need to have a dating show.
I could actually see Sherelle and Black hosting a dating show.
I could too. I could too.
Really, yeah, I love them.
She's gotten a lot of questions about it, especially since they hooked me up with Yusha, because she's had some women in waiting. And they bypassed and went to me.
Not getting her in trouble now. But you know what? I said it before too. See, the thing I liked about Sherella and Black being an addition to this show is the fact that we need to see different. We need to see all sides. We don't need to see the same. I really like her. I like her personality. I just like her. I like the big hair. I like Sherella.
Sherelle's a good time.
Yeah,
and Black is just a solid guy. But I think this is a great platform for them. I'm excited for you guys to get to know them better. I do believe you'll get to see them more in the second half or second set. So definitely, just keep watching, keep supporting. You'll get to learn more about everybody these next 10 episodes. You'll get to learn more about Yusha and you'll get to learn more about the Duncans. But this is a very solid cast. I will say that. And I love just how everyone has come together. And it's definitely become a great group. Yes, there are some difficulties, but you guys will watch that play out.
You know what though, Winter? I feel like, because we talk about this a lot over here, I feel like more people need to know about both of your shows, Love and Marriage Huntsville and Love and Marriage DC. Absolutely. I think that the reality TV viewers are missing out on a really good thing. And especially, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know what this season was going to be like without Monique, right? I was like, I don't know how this thing is going to go, but can I tell you that is going extremely well. And I almost feel like, and this is because I don't like to do that, no shade against them, I almost feel like I don't even know if all of this would be if they were still here, right? I think it's opened up to a whole new world, without them being here. And I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I feel like, though, just maybe OWN and everybody, they need to promote and push this a little bit more, because it's giving us great reality TV. And I love the Tyler story. Like, I feel like it's all real. I feel like we're getting real stuff with the children, with the families. Because listen, there's families out there. We go through stuff with the kids sometimes. Love the kids. Sometimes we go through stuff with the kids, and I love the kids. But so I feel like it's really real. I feel like it's closer to real than some of the other things that we see. Like, we see so much of the same. We going on a trip. They fighting over a room. Somebody's throwing something in somebody's face at the table when they go to dinner. Like, we've seen that. We've been through all of that. Like, so I really do love this show. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
No, and I completely agree. And shout out to Monique. She planted the seed, and I always will give her flowers for that. None of us would be here if not for her pitching all of us. And so there's no slight to her, and we respect her decision not to return, but definitely grateful for her mentioning our names in rooms. And so, absolutely. All right, so Gutter Barbies, I'm just gonna do the chorus, right? I can be your gutter, I can be your Barbie, I can be whatever. When we in the party, the vibe decides the way we get it on, and I'm in the zone. I can be your gutter,
I can be your Barbie. I can be whatever. When we in the party, the vibe decides the way we get it on. And I'm in the zone.
Oh,
That's what it is live.
okay, I love it. I love it. So,
Listen.
Yusha, we don't want to let you off the hook here, but it's only up to you, right? It's you know what? And look at y'all two musical people together. Okay, we got two musical people together. So Yusha, you want to give us a few little bars or something here, a little rap or something?
Yeah, I can. It's good because my album drops on July 12th.
Oh, nice,
This will be my
nice.
this will actually be my fifth project.
Beautiful. Okay, so you have to you can even send it to Qing because I can add to the description of this video. So send us all of your stuff too. We do have in the description your YouTube channel together, conversational chemistry. But let me add your stuff. We gotta support here. So you said yours is coming out in July.
Yep, July 12th. That's the day my father passed. So my album is coming out. This album is coming out on the day that he passed.
I love it. I love it. And I can tell by all the references you make to your dad, y'all was very close. And I will say this, your dad is looking down on you and he did job well done. Job well done. He did.
He
Job
did it
well
for me.
done.
He did
Yes.
it for me.
All right. So I'm sitting up. I always tell people I gotta sit up. I'm sitting up. I'm ready for you.
So y'all don't know the things that I've been through. I'm running up the game and it's simple, nah. Getting to the money, that's my mental. 100 racks on my tax, that's official, yeah. God's been good to me, good. God's been good to me, good. You want to win, you got to level up. That's a different seed to sow. Pick your shovel up. And it's sad to say, people leaving you was a savage play, but you'd be lost if they had their way. So let them leave. There's bigger things to achieve, homie. Can't have no weeds around your seeds. Nah. All that frustration and pain ain't no need. Nah, they can't believe in what you see if they can't see. You can meet God on your knees, player, but can't be God on your knees, player. That's why seeds turn to trees, player. Stand tall, catch a breeze, player. If they blow off, they was leaves. Can't imagine where I'd be if I ain't go through this. 10 months in the dirt, I had to grow through this. I situated plans for a new beginning. Tested all faith, still working and winning. Little verse from the album.
Amazing, amazing. Look at you two. Oh my God. Y'all are just the cutest thing ever together.
Look at that smile. Look at Diva's smile though.
Oh, I love you guys. That was amazing. I absolutely love it. So make sure. So you said July 12th, right? Do you have what is the name of it?
So I'm doing a trilogy. It's called Still Working and Winning. So I dropped a project in 2019 called Working and Winning. This one is called Still Working and Winning, aka The Promise. So it has a longer name. Called it The Promise because I really feel like we as a people are walking into a promise that God got for us. We could go deeper into that, at another time. But I really just feel like there's a pendulum swing. There's a shift coming for us as people. And that's a promise that is connected to a long heritage that we have. But until the album drops, I'm actually dropping a song every month. So I just dropped a song on March 13th. The first song from the project is called Promise. And then on April 18th, I'm dropping the next song. It's called Smile. April 18th is my grandmother's birthday. She passed in 2009.
Okay.
So we're doing things in a very connected way to just to elevate,
Yeah. Winter, this is a good thing. Very family oriented, Yusha. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you there. Okay. The grandma, the dad. So where do they find your music at?
everywhere.
Okay.
Wherever y'all listen to music, I'll be there. Except for Pandora. Pandora's a little different. They make it hard for independent artists. It ain't as easy. But everywhere else.
Okay. And it's under your name, Yusha?
Yep, absolutely. Yusha side.
Okay, all right. The people are loving it. This is a wonderful thing. This is amazing. So listen, you guys as a couple, I need y'all to come back in the summer because Winter, I want you to come back when this cookbook is out. and I want your project to have already dropped, Yusha, because we like to give away stuff here. The people like stuff. Okay, we like to give away stuff, so the people like stuff. I'm gonna order the T-shirt. Royer, I see you, Royer. Royer, you have to figure out who's gonna win this T-shirt because we got to get their size and we're gonna order their size. And you got to pick somebody, Royer, to get the cookbook. So Royer is gonna give you his email address, or y'all can email me, but he's gonna figure out the winner. I can't do this thing. He's gonna figure it out. So somebody's winning a cookbook. Okay, somebody's winning a T-shirt, and you're gonna have to tell the size. Yes, we love giveaways. I know we do. So we're gonna give away some winter stuff. You'll go support. And you gotta send me, I don't know, the links and everything. You send me the links and everything, and I'm gonna add it to the description of this video because we love to support over here. And y'all gonna win. Y'all got a good message together, and I'm loving it. Y'all two were meant to be. Trust me. Yes. Go ahead, Sherelle. We love you. Okay. And I hope you told her Winter we love her. We love her in black for this. Okay. And you know what? Thank you. Cuny says she's gonna email it to me. Okay, look at you. That's your girl. Okay, she's gonna email it.
I know. Thank you so much, Qing. I love you.
Yes,
Queen is a blessing. She be having me inspired for real. The way she works and supports and holds Winter down, I just be in my head like Queen, like.
Yeah, she not did that.
An asset.
Not easy to find, right? Definitely an asset, right? Not easy to find. Yeah, all a blessing.
A blessing.
Yes, all a blessing. So we're definitely going to support. And everybody, if you are in the DMV area, okay, the Romancipation party is going down. Get your ticket. The next one is April 29th, right? April, what day is that? Is that a Saturday?
That's a Saturday.
Okay, April 29th, guys. That's the Saturday. Blessings both of you. And listen, I'm making these two promise me on here. Listen, we got to stamp the time of this video because they giving me a ticket, invitation to this wedding. I'm going to be at the wedding, y'all. I don't care where y'all do it at, your courthouse, wherever. I'm going to be there. Okay, Auntie Diva is going to be in the building.
Out to the courthouse.
Okay, I'm going to be in the building for the wedding. I don't care where it's at. I'm going to be there. Okay, I will be there. Listen, closing remarks, guys. I want to come to each one of you. Yusha, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna end with Winter. If there's anything like you want to say, anything you could tell the people, any way you can encourage the people, what would you like to say?
Diva, thank you again for the platform. Just appreciate y'all for loving up on us in the comments today. Definitely seen all the comments. They were funny. They were love. They were great. Keep praying for us. Keep wishing the best for us, and I appreciate that. But I just want you to know, like, the music ain't just music for me. The promise is coming, and for those who believe and can see, the promise is already here. It's for us. That means for us, for me, Winter, Diva, for you. Stay connected to the Most High. Tap in. Work with love and gratitude. I promise you, it's on the way.
I love it. Did y'all hear that? Okay, can we get an amen in the chat there? I love it. Thank you. Winter, your final words and your thoughts?
It's never too late to begin again. If you guys can get anything out of my story from season 1 into season 2, it's never too late. Don't ever let your past define you. You get in alignment with God's will for your life, and the rest, leave it up to him. And so it's never too late. I'm 41 years old, and I feel like my life really is just beginning. And so for those of us that may feel like their time is past, they don't have enough time, or they ran out of time, it's never too late. Trust God, dig your heels in, do the work, and keep moving forward. The best is yet to come. And so, Diva, thank you so much for allowing us space in your place. Don't take it lightly. And thank you guys for being so supportive. You guys always show me so much love when I come over here. It's always a beautiful time. And one of the things Yusha asked me was like, how's the spirit over there? Like, what's the vibe? And I said, Diva is good people. We're very big on that, just because everyone doesn't mean you well. That's just the reality. And unfortunately, when you're in a very committed spiritual space, that energy can really throw you off. And so I was happy to pass on, like, no, this space is full of love and support, and it's just always been a good time when I've stopped by. So thank you for welcoming us over here and being so supportive. And I look forward to the next set of episodes. They're already done. We've wrapped filming for the season. We are on break until we get word on whether or not we get a season 3, and then we'll move into whether or not everybody's gonna be back, and we don't know. So
you don't know. There will be a season 3, and y'all will be back. Okay, this is just me seeing the episodes that happened so far already. Y'all killing it this season. This season. It's really, really good. But like I said, the thing I really love best, I love that y'all had the full circle moment, that your ladies are getting along. That in real time, you said y'all gonna go to the spa, so have an amazing time.
Yes. Thank you.
You look good. You know what, Winter, because I don't want to hold you up. I know you was already tired, but next time you come back, you got to tell us about this weight loss journey, because you are doing all things that a lot of females are trying to do, right? Because it's about your mental, your health, and what we eat and all of that. And I'm loving it. You look amazing. Amazing.
Thank you so much. I will say, stop eating so late. I don't like to eat past 6 or 7 every day. Okay. I do intermittent fasting, which is anywhere between, I don't know, 14 and 18 hours a day. Yusha will tell you, I don't eat a ton. I really, really don't. Okay. And I don't do that to be unhealthy, but honestly, after you fast for so long, your body adjusts.
Yes, it does.
So definitely just be mindful. I try to watch the sodas, the fast food, the sugar, the carbs, all the things that you have been hearing for years. You just need to put them into practice, is what I've been doing. And it's just worked for me this time because I've been very intentional about it. Nobody wants to be on TV looking crazy. So it has definitely been a motivating factor. And also when you're performing and you have all these things going on, I want to have the energy to do those things. And my life is moving like record speed with so many things going on. I want to be my best self to make sure that happens. And so one of the things and it's not Yusha specific, but in general, eventually I would love to get married again and have children. So I want to be healthy. I can't, be my age and not be healthy and want to entertain having children. So it's all encompassing. But I did this for me. It wasn't for anyone else but myself. I feel good. I feel great. And it's just been time. So do the work, put the biscuits down, stop eating so late, all the things that are bad for you. I unknowingly kicked my caffeine habit because, fasting actually kind of changes your palate weirdly. So I love coffee. Anyone who knows me knows I love coffee. And I haven't had coffee. I don't know. It's been weird because I usually have it like every day. And I've been noticing that I don't drink it as much anymore. So it definitely has benefits, but intermittent fasting has been the win for me. And I just feel good. I really, really do. And it's made my skin looks great.
Yes, it does.
But now people think that I'm 12. That's the only thing. Like I'm getting questions like that I shouldn't get. But far worse problems to have.
Yes, looking like your daughter. Yeah, looking like your daughter. But you look amazing, and the skin is beautiful, and I absolutely love it. And that, just to speak on that, I know like when you change your eating habits, because another one, Monique, she's another one. Amazing skin. Oh my gosh.
But see, Monique went vegan as well. So I consider myself a convenient vegan, but she's fully vegan. But people don't know, like, what you put in your body matters. But especially as women, as we get older, what we eat changes our hormones. Like it highly affects, how we move and how the energy we have. And I just ain't got time for it. I'm so serious, and I just wanted to feel better, and I needed to do something about that. So I became intentional. Right, like my 41st birthday on the 26th of September, I was like, I am making a change when I get back from this vacation. And so I've been consistent. I am down 40 pounds since last year. So in the summer, I was like 167. I'm 127 pounds as of this morning. So I am.
You want to know what's crazy? That was my number, 167. And I'm figuring things out over here, but you're encouraging me. So thank you.
167. And before I would be so ashamed to tell that number, but it's what it was.
yes.
And people are like, you look great. I'm like, yeah, but me and my clothes were
That part.
struggling. We were at war over here.
War.
Yes.
It's a battle, okay? My
It
dress is screaming right now, but it's okay. But anyway,
You got this.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Listen, guys, much appreciated. Y'all know y'all always welcome back. We will promote everything that y'all do over here.
Thank you.
And we're Kieran is going to send us the information, Yusha. We will add it. Looking forward. That little piece you gave us, it was beautiful, amazing. God bless the both of y'all. Listen, love y'all. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Okay, you're welcome. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Bye. Guys, oh my God. Was that not amazing? Was that not amazing? They both had to pin their clothes on the Listen, she looks absolutely fabulous, amazing. So I am too. I won't say vegan, but I am a vegetarian. I'm dropped down to being a vegetarian, and so far it's going well. But you know what? I will tell everyone, your palate does change. And you do feel better. Kieran, thank you. You know I love you. Thank you so much for everything, and I'll be looking forward to your email so you can send me Yusha's stuff. Thank you guys for being here. Share this interview. Those two are absolutely amazing. Continue to watch Love and Marriage DC. I mean, it's really, really a good show. And we are praying for Winter and Yusha. Oh, I appreciate you guys. Yes, she does look absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button on your way out. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And I'll see all of y'all tomorrow night where we will actually recap Love and Marriage DC. I'm going to figure out and when I'm going to do Love and Marriage DC and when I'm going to do SWV and Escape, the Queens of R&Bs. But yes, we are definitely snowflakes over here. I will let y'all know because I got a chat with Roy here. Who's going to win this cookbook? Who's going to win a Gutter Barbie t-shirt? Because you know we love to give stuff away over here. Flip and everybody else, thank you for being here. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.